कभी कुछ भी चाहा नहीं, ऐसे ही क्यों चाहिए दिल को तेरी मौजूदगी का एहसास यूं चाहिए। तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए शामों सुबह, तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए हर मर्तबा, तू चाहिए जितनी दफा दिल हो मेरी, उतनी दफा तू चाहिए। ओ ओ ओ ओ कोई और दूजा क्यों मुझे, न तेरे सिवा चाहिए हर सफर में मुझे, तू ही रहनुमा चाहिए जीने को बस मुझे, तू ही मेहरबान चाहिए। ओ सीने में अगर तू दर्द है, न कोई दवा चाहिए, तू नहूं की तरह रबों में रवा चाहिए, अंजाम चाहे जो मेरा हो आगाज़ यूं चाहिए। तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए शामों सुबह, तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए, तू चाहिए हर मर्तबा, तू चाहिए कितनी दफा जिद हो मेरी, उतनी दफा तू चाहिए। ओ ओ ओ ओ तेरे जख्मों को तेरी छुअन चाहिए, मेरी शम्मा को तेरी अगन चाहिए, मेरे ख्वाब के आशियाने में तू चाहिए, मैं खोलूं जो आंखें सिराने में तू चाहिए। ओ ओ Hey budding guitarist, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be learning a beautiful song called Tu Chahiye by Bajrangi bhaijaan. So hopefully you guys picked up the strumming pattern and the chords in the intro cover. But I'll be breaking it down into various sections in this tutorial. So on the chords, basically you have four main chords in the song. You have the G chord, you have the C chord, and you have the D chord, and also you have the E minor chord. So those are the four main chords throughout the song. In the verse, there are two other chords that are played. One is the B minor chord, and I'll be breaking it down soon. So you have B minor chord, and then you have the A minor chord. So those are all the chords that are played in the song. So getting a bit into the B minor chord. So if you know the A minor chord, then instead of using we need to free up the pointer essentially to make it a bar chord. So we'll be playing the A minor chord like this. So you'll be using a pinky so that you free up your pointer, and once you have the A minor chord position, just move it 2 frets down, and then you place your pointer across the second fret and the lower 5 strings, and you plug the lower 5 strings. That's your B minor chord. So you have A minor, A sharp minor, and B minor. That's kind of a short intro for bar chords, but so yeah, that's a B minor chord. On the strumming pattern, basically I'm using 3 strumming patterns throughout the song. You can actually do it with just two strumming patterns if you would like to, but if you want, you can do a little bit differently with the third strumming pattern. So the first strumming pattern is just downstrokes, and we use it in the beginning of the song. So it's like, "Haale dil ko sukun chahiye." So it's a 8 beat strumming pattern. So it's just simple downstrokes, and I'm just playing. You can play all of them, but it sounds a bit more original if you are just plucking the top 3 strings or top 4 strings essentially. So the second strumming pattern is which is used through the chorus and the verse is, so it's down down up down up, down down up down up. दिल को तेरी मौजूदगी का एहसास यूं चाहिए. So if I do it a bit slowly, it's again down, down, up, down, up. And I think I've used the same strumming pattern in some previous tutorials also. And the third strumming pattern, which is a slight variation on the second one, and I do it just because to kind of mimic more of how the song plays it. It's down, down, up, down, up, and then you go up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's down. So it's played again during the verse portion. So it's like jitni jitni dafa ho gayi, utni dafa dil chahiye. Down. So those are 3 strumming patterns. So let's go over the chord progressions next. So the song starts with Haale Dil Ko Sukun Chahiye. So in that portion, the chord progressions are G, C, D, and you just keep going over that G, C, D, G, C, D. So it's a very common chord progression, and the strumming pattern for the beginning is again just down strum. So it's Haale Dil Ko Sukun Chahiye. So you're playing it twice essentially. Then you go Puri Tarzu Chahiye. Again G, C, D, and you're still doing the 8 down strums basically. For the G you do it 8 times, and for C and D you do 4 times each, the down strum. And you continue with the same strumming pattern for the next part, but the chord progression changes slightly. So it goes जैसे पहले कभी, C and G, कुछ भी चाहा नहीं, twice. Again you go to G, C, D, वैसे ही यूं चाहिए. So during this entire portion we were doing just simple down strums, and the 2 chord progressions. You have G, C, D, and in the middle you have C, G, C, G. So that's the first portion of the song. So then we go into the second portion, which is Dil Ko Teri Maujudgi Ka Ehsaas Kyun Chahiye. So here is where we switch the strumming pattern into the second one. So you have Dil Ko Teri, G, D, Ehsaas, G, Chahiye, C, Tu, and then you don't have to do this, but I would recommend it. When we go to Tu Chahiye, we again switch momentarily back to the down strum pattern only. So you have Tu Chahiye, D, Tu Chahiye, E minor, Shamo Subha Tu Chahiye. So you have D, E minor, D, and G. So the chord progression is slightly different there. And then you continue that again with you do it twice essentially, for Shamo Subha Tu Chahiye, and then again for Har Martaba Tu Chahiye. And then for the next section, again we'll switch the strumming pattern. So we're switching the strumming pattern quite frequently here. But again, this is recommended, not necessary. You can just stick to the even just the second strumming pattern throughout this entire section. So so for jitni dafa you go jitni dafa, jitni dafa, so the chord progression here is C, D, E minor, then you have again C, G, D. So I mean, I know the chord progressions are not very they're different from each section to each section, so it'll take some time to get used to it. The good thing is the chords are there are not too many chords that you're transitioning between, but getting the chord progressions down will take some time. And then we go to wo wo wo, which is C and then G, and you can play that twice. So that's the intro and the chorus portion of the song. The verse of the song, for the most part, uses the second strumming pattern: down, down, up, down, up. The chord progression is kind of long, so but we'll go through it slowly. So you have go go. So let me play it with actually a simple down strum instead of showing the strumming pattern. So we'll do कोई और दूजा क्यों मुझे ना तेरे सिवा चाहिए हर सफर में मुझे तू ही रहनुमा चाहिए जीने को बस मुझे तू ही मेहरबान चाहिए. So the strumming pattern again was down, down, up, down, up, and oh ho ho is on a D chord. So you have up, down, down, up. So this is a slightly different strumming pattern, but you just bring it in for the ho part of it. Oh. And then we go back again to the same strumming pattern, the same chord progression again, but not all the way through. So you have सीने में अगर तू दर्द है ना कोई दवा चाहिए तू लहू की तरह रगों में रवा चाहिए. So so this part was similar to the first part of the verse essentially, and then we have Anjam. So we are going back to the chorus portion. So initially we had Dil ko teri maujudgi ka. Now we have Anjam jo chahe mera ho. Anjam jo chahe mera ho aagaaz yu chahiye. And then we go back to tu chahiye, and you follow the whole sequence essentially, the whole chorus portion. And the final part of the song is very simple. You have G, C, G, D pretty much as a chord progression, and you play it 4 times. So you have मेरे ज़ख्मों को तेरी चुन चाहिए मेरी शम्मा को तेरी अगन चाहिए मेरे ख्वाब के आशियाने में तू चाहिए मैं खोलूं जो आंखें सिरहाने भी तू चाहिए. And then you have Oho, which is C and G again. So that's the entire song. I think the chord progressions are a little bit tricky, but if you practice enough, I think you'll get a hang of it. The B minor chord, if you're not into bar chords, it'll take some time to master. But do work on the G, C, D transitions. It's a very common transition. It's used in a lot of songs actually. So hope you guys had fun learning the song and have a lot of fun playing it. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. Keep strumming and see you soon.